I am currently dying with the summer heat for the past 2 days. So far, like, despite like a week of like us finally able to relax a little bit with like some cold weather, the hot weather for summer has suddenly hit us very hard, and the room managed to reach 28 degrees Celsius for the past 2 days, which means that it's gonna boil us alive. Summer's gonna kill us today. This is what's gonna happen, and my life is gonna be completely and utterly over. So anyway, summer plans are basically try not to die to heat stroke, I guess, in this room. And so far, all my like heat preventive measures have failed, and now I have to resort with fan in room. So enjoy, VOD viewers, the great audio of this fan that you're hearing in the background. I apologize, but also I don't want to die, like whatsoever. But like to be completely serious, it was very, very annoyingly hot, or actually very uncomfortably hot for the past 2 days. Like nothing like record-breaking, of course, because some guy in the chat would just come out and be like, "Oh, I always live in like 28 degrees Celsius weather, Fox. You really are not really like emphasizing how hot, or you're not even experiencing how hot the world is, or whatever like that." And someone's just gonna be very insensitive about that. But to be completely clear, this should not be normal. It is like only like the beginning of December. I mean, it's what I expected for summer, but at the same time, it's really unbearably hot. Almost every single part of my house is actually really bloody warm, so even if I want to like do something or like work on something else somewhere in the house, I can't. Everything is so hot, which is really, really yikes, and we still cannot afford like air conditioning, which is still pretty yikes. But anyway, so I'm gonna be complaining about the summer heat for God knows how long, or how many streams I'm gonna be doing, I guess, because so far it is the biggest problem that I have to deal with outside of streaming now. It's actually pretty worrying about how much like how freaking hot it is for like the past like 2 days. So hopefully it's not gonna get any worse, but knowing climate change, it's definitely gonna get even worse. Anyway, Misty and Magnus says it's currently like autumn. I mean, it's currently winter in the northern hemisphere. I don't know how it's almost winter. It's currently the winter season in the northern hemisphere, as far as I know. So you guys are dealing with a different problem, which is extreme cold, which I guess is a good thing in some ways, unless you have like a crap ton of snow outside of your front door. In that case, that's going to be a huge problem. Anyway, back to the hardcore stuff. I mean, enough about me ranting about summer, because summer heat absolutely sucks, and that's why I'm doing morning streams, because if I do an evening stream, I will die. But anyway, I'm just going to be listening to even more Sonic Frontier soundtracks, because I just like listening to the soundtrack so freaking much, and that's all I really care about listening to for quite some time. It's actually pretty funny. Like the Sonic Frontiers sound, like the entire Sonic Frontiers OST album has like reached like the top 10 in like the Spotify charts, which is both interesting, funny, and also really gives me more pissed off measures against like the Game Awards not even nominating it for like best soundtrack and whatnot. But anyway, it's great though. Anyway, Simon says it's summer for us, but so much rain. Lovely. I mean, then again, it's going to suck even more because, like, when it comes to rainy weather during summer, the humidity absolutely sucks. We had that, like, happening, I think, on Sunday, I believe, like, here in Auckland. Like, it was raining at, like, one point on Sunday, but it was so freaking humid. So what do you think that the sun is going to kill you? The humidity is also going to try and kill you as well, and you can't really get rid of the humidity or the heat out of, like, a humid room and stuff like that, because weather, and yeah, the heat doesn't really escape from like the sky because clouds. So yeah, summer's gonna be a lot of fun. While everyone's gonna be like enjoying it and stuff like that, I'm gonna currently die in this room, I guess. I actually have no idea. I don't even know how long or how bad the summer heat is going to be, but it's really not going to be great for me for streaming. That's one thing for sure. So yeah, enjoy the fan sounds now in the room for quite some time, because it is, yeah, really bloody hot. Do you ever get out of the nether, says Magnus? I mean, yeah, I kind of, not constantly, but I have been to the nether pretty recently. We had to deal with Diamond Block with 𝗏𝗏 twice out of the nether. I had to deal with Fishing Stream multiple times out of the nether. I also do other projects outside of the nether. It's not like I'm trapped. I've been outside the nether or went to the overworld multiple times before. It's not really a problem or like an issue that I have ever encountered, because I've been outside in the actual world of Minecraft for quite some time. But you guys just don't usually see it, because either it's like an event that happens like halfway through the stream where everyone's lurking, or everyone is just, yeah, I don't know. But so far I've already been to like the overworld multiple times before already. and it's not really a rare occurrence, I would say. It's just uncommon, but not a rare occurrence. Anyway, we need to restock on white glass, light gray glass. We need to dump all the red glass we have here, so let's quickly deal with all of that. Anyway, 𝗦C𝗰𝗶 says, lucky you got the heat. It's 20 degrees here where I live. What do you mean lucky you got the heat? I don't want the heat. 20 degrees is something I want to live in. I don't want the 28 degrees Celsius heat. Like, that's not a good thing for me, because, like, I would always either prefer very cold weather or mildly warm weather, but not very warm weather or warm weather like this. That's why I hate summer sometimes. Like, it's great for, like, going to the beach and whatnot, but once you go back home and the heat still comes with you, you die inside. It's not fun. And that's why I hate summer sometimes. Or most of the time, anyway. Like, sometimes it's nice to just be, like, in an air conditioner and stuff like that and able to cool off, but I don't have an air conditioner, and buying an air conditioner that isn't portable and stuff like that is pretty expensive. And most portable units suck, so, yeah, that's a problem. So we're gonna probably die. I'm kidding, but, like, we're probably gonna, like, have problems, I guess, with the heat for this year, which is not great. Unless I can persuade my parents to help install, like, air conditioners, it's gonna not really be a solution for us, and we'll just have to stick with fans and not dying, I guess. But yeah, it's gonna be really unbearable. What is your goal in Minecraft? I don't really know. I just want to continue making pretty good builds. That's all I really have as a goal. There really isn't, like, a very concrete goal. Like, people should have, like, objectives or goals, but in terms of, like, this hardcore world, the only objective I have in my head is just to work on this city project and get it done as soon as possible, I guess. There really isn't that much of like, a thing, I guess, to really say. Oh, negative 6 degrees Celsius. Okay, never mind. 𝗦C𝗰𝗶 is in the northern hemisphere, currently dying from the cold. Well, anyway, I actually kind of envy you guys having to deal with, like, the cold, honestly. I would prefer the cold. Even if it freezes my toes and I complain about my toes being frozen, like, I would always prefer the cold weather over the hot weather. Because unlike hot weather, you cannot get rid of the heat. You can get rid of the cold or stop the cold from forming all the time, but the heat, unless you buy, like, a very expensive air conditioner, you're gonna suffer. And so far, there isn't really any major cheap options when it comes to getting rid of heat during the summer as well, because, yeah, you probably have to, like, invest in an air conditioner and all that stuff. That's why people were able to move in, like, the hotter areas of, like, the United States. It's that they invented the thing called air conditioners. Anyway, Sun Chaser, welcome to the Fox Army. Hope your day's been doing pretty nice. But yeah, I'm probably gonna, like, die to the heat in the next few months or weeks or something like that. Anyway, stretch break. A little bit of stretches. You guys can't really see it, but I actually would do some stretches because my back is a little bit tight. Anyway, how you doing, by the way, Sun Chaser? Hope your day's been doing pretty nice. Alright, anyway. Continuing on our hardcore stuff. God, I always keep forgetting how freaking intense the Titan like, the beginning, like, soundtracks are. Jesus. I don't want to build diagonal walls, because they really were, like, finicky to deal with, but at the same time, it would be fitting to have a diagonal wall somewhere over here, but I don't really know. God, building stuff, like, or building plans is really, annoying sometimes. Anyway, I'm not bad. How are you? I'm currently boiling alive-ish. I mean, not really boiling alive, but it's been very warm here in New Zealand because it's currently summer here. For, like, most North Americans, though, or anyone in the hemisphere from Europe and all that stuff, you guys are dealing with, like, the opposite problem of, like, cold and stuff like that. But anyway, we're gonna be boiling alive for a little bit, so that's just a lovely experience for me and, like, countless amounts of people living in the Southern Hemisphere, I guess. Not too sure about people living in South America, though, or Africa, but here in New Zealand, we're probably gonna slowly boil. How you doing, by the way, Razor? Why do I feel like you're Phil's a Minecraft? I don't really get it either. Like, Phil's a Minecraft is definitely, like, a different entity than I am, and I know for a fact that there isn't really any similarities between me and Phil's a Minecraft. Like, Phil's Phil. He's the one and only Phil's a Minecraft. He can't be matched. Jason, matey, welcome to the Fox Army. If you want to know what we're working on, by the way, you could do !building or !project. Either one of those commands would help you a little bit about what's going on. Hang on a real sec. Frick, I pressed the wrong button. Anyway, got a delivery, anyway. Sorry for muting for it, for like a small bit, but I just got like a delivery, but I need to wait for someone else. I need to like not drop off something, I needed like someone to pick up something, because I had to still get rid of like a lot of like stock in my room, or not just stock in my room, but like equipment in my room that I don't need for Christmas. I'm trying to save up money for next year, so why not like sell some stuff instead of like getting stuff for Christmas? It's amazing. Currently -4 degrees Celsius, and I have to go on my bike to school. Lovely. Hopefully able to wrap up pretty well, and hopefully stay safe. Especially since like either pathways or whatnot could be full of like very like thin amounts of ice, so it might be very slippery in some ways. So definitely be careful about that unless you're biking on the road. Stay safe as always. All right, got ourselves a few big ass like complexes. Hang on a sec. Okay, now I got another delivery. Anyway, continuing on. Let's just keep going around here. Anyway, I always keep getting interrupted a little bit, but that's just my dad just like having me some delivery stuff. Or deliverables. Is that the right word? Or just packages. There we go. You both like hardcore. You both have like a semi-deep voice. That I doubt, and also you love to complete your projects quickly. I mean, then again, Phil's projects are much more smaller than mine, so he's able to do them much more quickly. He also streams way longer than I do usually, so I don't think we're easy to compare, I would say, or easy to like find any similarities. I feel like we do like pretty cool like hardcore projects, but like Phil's ones are much more what's the word, like easier to complete, I guess, or much more like achievable to deal with, while my ones are very ambitious. So I don't really know if that's really much of a huge comparison to make, except the fact that we play hardcore Minecraft. I've seen this joke like 100 times at Magnus. I'm just gonna say that out loud. Alright, anyway. What leaves are slippery too? Okay, that's pretty fair then. So yeah, be careful out there as well. Hopefully you got like some like what's the word? Not knee guards, like I forgot what they were called. But like those things that you strap onto your like your knees and elbows in case you do fall over and stuff like that, because those are like very common injury points in case you do slip over. That would be pretty handy for like bike trips, unless you like layer up very well, but knowing my experience when it comes to like falling down and layering up, it usually doesn't work that well. But still, always keep safe there. Keep safe out there, mate. Alright, so we got a few areas that we can work on in terms of like adding doorways. One doorway around through here, blah 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 blah. And I need to figure out a way to split this into multiple buildings, because this is going to be very weird and hectic to deal with. Okay, we have an entranceway over here. Another entranceway over here. I'm kind of concerned about something on the left-hand side over there, or somewhere. Oh my god, I'm facing the wrong glass. There we go. I need to figure out a way to, like, split this area a little bit, because that's a bit of a big area to occupy. I mean, then again, we could just split it up around through here, and this is just one huge-ass building to deal with, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to go for that sort of thing for this part of the building complex. Anyway, continuing on. God, my back is still freaking tense. I'm actually using the standing up desk a little bit, so currently I'm actually standing right now, which is a little bit more healthier than me sitting down all the time, I guess. But at the same time, my back feels still very tense for whatever stupid reason. I really went to like what's it called again? Like a psychotherapist, I think, or physiotherapist. I forgot who that person is. I think it was like a physiotherapist that deals with a lot of neck pains this year. That was lovely, and someone helped a little bit, but still it's a bit of a pain in the arse for me to this very day. Oh, lovely. Hopefully that's not going to be a good. Hopefully that's not a big sign for what my age is going to be or how bad my health problems are going to be in the future. But still, it's always important to take care of your back and your posture. You're really focused on your projects, says Simon. I mean, currently I'm just zoning out a little bit. I don't usually focus all the time when it comes to like working on projects all the time. I usually just like follow a routine. Like when it comes to like making big projects in Minecraft or doing big building projects, it's always important to like have some sort of like building routine or grind routine. Because if you don't have that sort of established, then you're gonna lose a lot of motivation or a lot of passion over your projects very quickly. And that's a very common like issue that a lot of people playing hardcore have to deal with. And so far it has helped a little bit to like have a little bit of like a routine set up, so that way people don't, or so that way you don't feel like completely burned out on everything, I guess. It's a handy sort of like tip. Thank you very much, Magnus, for that. Alright, this literally looks like a gun. But, like, at the same time, I don't know how to make this any better, I guess. I mean, I could make an extrusion over here. So that way it looks like a gun with some iron sights. But anyway, I can't think of any better solution for, like, the size of this building, though. So that's going to be a bit of a shame, but oh well. Oh well, at least we can split this up into 3 buildings, even though they're pretty big. So I probably would need to turn these into, like apartments or something like that. Definitely would have to be multiple floors, even though there isn't a lot of space, so we'll see how that goes, I guess. We'll definitely see how that would go. I need to be very careful around that edge over there. Alright. Build an extrusion around here. Yeah, let's just end it off over there for a little bit. It'll trigger my OCD, but who gives a shite. How you doing, by the way, Fire Loner? Hope your day's been doing pretty nice. Alright, so far looking okay-ish. We can probably put like, no, we can't really put an extrusion over here, I think. Yeah, something like this will work. Is this doorway gonna fit? That's probably not gonna work out very well, I feel like. Oh boy, finished 4 tests today and I'm stressed then, or sorry, 4 tests today and I'm more stressed than ever, but it's going pretty well, I guess. I mean, that's pretty pog, but yeah, hope you do pretty well in your tests today. Hopefully nothing too whack happens. And as long as you studied enough or reviewed enough and feel confident about answering the questions or some of the questions that you deal with, then you should be alright. Besides, the final, like, depending on like this grade, especially for like, well, it really depends on where you live though, but considering that it's like somewhat near the end of the year, this grade, I don't know, will be 100% finalized or whatever like that. Just treat it as like a sort of like a test of your like skills, like playing this game. Where the frick is the skeleton coming from? I saw an arrow. I saw an arrow like shot from over here. Aha! Hello there. Well, he's dead now. Anyway, let's keep going. Poor skeleton. I mean, he did manage to hit me, which is a pretty impressive feat. Alright, anyway, let's go over here. Just making sure that all the areas here are filled in some ways. I don't know how tight this doorway is going to be, but it looks pretty tight. Oh, frick. Should have not done that. Black glass is pretty expensive. I should have not removed the black glass over here, considering that I'm going to be using it for like for wall indicators, but then again I should probably fit them into a better sort of like color for this area here, because I'm using black glass on top of soul sand, which is not ideal. I'm gonna need some water right now. It's getting a little bit whack my throat already. go over here. God, this is such a very tight area to work with. Okay. We'll see if this will work out very well. I don't have a lot of faith, but hopefully it's going to be fine. Okay, we could probably build like a bit of a diagonal over here. There we go. And then a bit of a right turn over here. There we go. I have no idea if this is going to work very well or not. This really has a lot of like Sonic Garage vibes, I swear to God. Okay, so we can fit a doorway or entranceway over here. I just need to figure out a way to split this area up between this area and this area. How in the bloody hell do I do that? And that's no words though. Writing an email in Dutch. Why the frick would you need to like a test to write an email? And what email are they trying to like look for? There's just like a lot of ways to compose an email. Oh well, hopefully that goes pretty well then. And nothing too whack is going to happen, hopefully. Oh, the test has already been taken, so you're just scared for the results. I mean, pretty much if you're able to like know what the sort of structure of the test is, I think you should be able to be doing alright with the test. You just have to wait until the results come back and then probably start worrying after that. But at the same time, once the test is done, you don't really need to be too anxious about it, because there pretty much isn't too much you can really control unless like the entire like class fails for whatever reason. So yeah, like if the test has already been done, you don't really need to feel too like what's the word, anxious over it, because pretty much already done all the work and the best that you've done under assignments already. You just have to wait for the results. Anyway, Mar McLean, if that's how to pronounce your name, Marm Clean or Marm McLean. I don't know if I can pronounce the names correctly. I apologize if I butchered it completely, but hope your day's been doing pretty nice though. Hope your day's been doing pretty nice. An E-letter since my school is outdated. Did I mention this is my exam year and everything counts way more heavily? This late into the year? I mean, I guess that makes a bit of sense, I guess. But yeah, that's... If it is like your end of year like assignments and whatnot, that would make a lot more sense then. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. It's still pretty yikes though, you have to still like deal with that. But usually I would think of like exams being done like during November or whatnot, but I guess like some countries have like much more later assignments due, I guess. My friends call me Cloud or Marm. I work with reptiles, teaching people about them and breed them. I also breed, train, and race horses for a living. Nice. So you're pretty much like an animal and reptiles person. Nice. Actually, that's actually pretty cool, actually. What is your favorite reptile, by the way, if I would like to ask, considering that you like to work with reptiles and stuff like that? And also, which horse do you like as well? Because horses are also pretty interesting, depending on each breed, I guess. God, I really love the chill tracks in these cyberspace-like tracks over here. They're really, really nice. Again, drum and bass again. Drum and bass or house? This actually feels like house music, actually, and then drum and bass, which surprisingly fits pretty well. I'm going to expand this area a little bit, so excuse me more. Reticulated pythons and monitor lizards, quarter horses, and thoroughbreds. Nice. Okay, that seems pretty interesting then. Throw this away. But yeah, I hope your day's also been doing pretty nice so far, Marm, I guess. I think Marm will be easier for me to pronounce because that's part of your username. But I hope your day's been doing pretty nice though. God, okay, the major disadvantage about like using a standing desk and for like streaming and stuff like that is that I need to actually move my feet, or else they begin to tense up because they stay in like a position for a very long time and it kind of hurts. So that's just a little bit of a downside, but still always beneficial to use like a standing desk in some ways. Okay, I could probably get rid of this accent, actually. Have that just go around through here. Like so. Let's get rid of that accent, and probably also get rid of the other accents behind it, because we're going to try and treat this as like a single wall, I guess. Hopefully that's not going to look very scuffed. I should have not thrown away all the netherrack out. God dang it. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. Very interesting though, Fire Loner. Don't know if like 𝗦cie𝗰𝗶𝗹 or like 𝗦cie𝗰𝗶𝗀𝗀 is ever gonna like join the stream today, so he's gonna actually give me a little bit of extra insight behind those sort of tests. Then again, I don't even know if he even takes those tests, so because I mean, both of them are Dutch and somewhat related as well, so they should know a little bit about all those sort of things, but I don't know what's gonna happen. So it'll be interesting to see a little bit of extra insight about how that's gonna work. Cupid, how you doing by the way, Cupid? Hope your day's been doing pretty nice so far. This is actually a pretty chill like vocal track in Sonic Frontiers. Spoilers though. I mean, I should have really should have said earlier that I've been playing the soundtrack for quite some time, I guess, and it's just full of spoilers. But then again, the game has already been out for like a month, so I don't know if that counts as me having an excuse. I guess I don't know. Jet Black Cadillac, that's a pretty cool name. But hey, that's pretty pog though. As long as it's been treated right and is able to get a lot of good care, that's pretty pog. I never really I mean, I actually understand not really understand, but like I heard a lot of like interesting stories and seen a lot of like horse racing and also equestrian and all that stuff, sort of events, but I never really fully watch all those events in its entirety. But it's still pretty cool though, how people also take care of like their sort of, what the frick? I did not press the N key. How the frick did I manage to press the N key? What key am I pressing that is allowing me to like show up the chat cords? I don't understand. Like, it's not a big deal, but like at the same time, what the frick am I pressing that's causing these chat cords to come up? Bruh. Maybe I'm like accidentally hitting it, or maybe I'm pressing like some sort of weird hotkey or something. I don't freaking know. But yeah, very bizarre. Alright, so far it looks pretty alright. He almost broke his leg, but by some godforsaken miracle he didn't, so that was a plus. That's honestly a pretty much a miracle, I would say. Absolutely crazy. Also, how you doing by the way, Pink Bean? Hope your day's been doing pretty nice. Welcome to the Fox Army. Hope your day's been doing pretty nice. Let's put a pathway over here. No idea what this building is gonna be, because this is this very big ass building, but really interesting to see what we can do with it. Also, Cubit, welcome to the Fox Army. Hopefully you and also Pink Bean are doing pretty well so far. If not, then hopefully you guys' days gets a little bit better then. Or hopefully the stream can make your day a little bit better. Just focusing on the chill vibes. I don't want to put the, actually no, let's not put the pathway over there. Or entranceway over there, because I have like a dedicated area for this entranceway. But alas, I'm a genius playing in this freaking game. Did the glass just phase out of existence? Okay, it just phased into the blocks. Thank you, Minecraft. Appreciate it. Am I missing anything? So far, pretty much all these areas are pretty much like covered up, I guess, or covered through. Let me just deal with like, let me just quickly deal with all the accent areas here for some basalt pillars, maybe? Or would that, actually would not really fit very well for these areas, actually. Unless there's like a lot of good corners, but there isn't a lot of like corners to work with. So that's gonna be making things a little bit awkward, so let's just not put any basalt pillars over there, I guess. Over here, though, there's a lot of corners, so we can use this, I guess. But yeah, I do hope that you're gonna do pretty well, Fire Loner. Rip Marm with, like, the long amount of, like, text. A little bit of a warning about that. He went too wide and his leg rolled underneath him. Yikes. I don't know if, like, even reading this would be appropriate, but still, that's pretty yikes, though. Well, as long as he's able to recover pretty well, or, yeah, if he was able to recover pretty well, then that's pretty much all good, I guess. But yeah, it's still pretty yikes, though. Okay, so we got all these blade terraces done and over with, so the next task that we need to do now is to build the infrastructure for every single point of these landmasses over here. Which is definitely not gonna be a huge pain in the arse. So pretty much we're gonna be basically doing nothing but road building for the rest of the stream, because this is the next part that we need to work with. Lovely. Hopefully I do have enough white glass for the rest of the entire project, I guess. I swear to God if I need to go for more sand grinding afterwards, but I think we should be okay. We could still restock on our supplies of glass soon, because we still have like a lot of reserve, I believe, but still. This is going to be a huge light task for us to deal with. Alright, store these together. I'm going to dump all the red glass real quick, so we can maximize the amount of space we can use for all the wasted, or not wasted, but like saved light red glass later on. We're running out of storage space, by the way, as well, which is pretty horrifying. So we might need to expand our storage. Is that it? Yeah, that's all of it. Perfect. I love my horses. They are my adopted children. Amazing. As long as you give good care to them, then that's pretty pog. Do you work or go to school? I mean, currently I'm like, well, I'm not going to, I haven't gone to university in like a few months now because so far it's already like summer break here in New Zealand. But usually I would go to university and I have like university classes and whatnot. But I do actually have like a casual job of some kind, but nothing too like fixed or whatever, I guess. Nothing really part-time or full-time or anything like that. Which I guess is a good thing, so I have like a lot of flexibility on what I want to do for summer, I guess. Like, what do you spend 1/3 of your day on? Well, the majority of my day on is pretty much like avoiding death from like the heat here in summer, so that's pretty much all I can really say about that, I guess. But other than that, yeah, there really isn't that much, I would say, to really talk about in terms of like what takes up like 1/3 of my entire day. I would say streaming does take like 1/3 of my entire day sometimes, so who knows. Yeah, but it's winter in like the northern hemisphere, which I've heard a lot. Not much Australians or New Zealanders though, who would probably easily relate to the hassles of being in like a very hot sort of climate right now, but oh well. Yeah, it makes sense that you're in Canada. But yeah, usually winters in Canada can be pretty brutal, so hopefully everything goes pretty well over there. Alright, dump all these. Orange, green, and yellow for the leaves that we're going to pick up soon. Perfect. Right, so we're going to quickly, I should probably get rid of some glass first, so that way I can get through all these areas pretty soon. Alright, let's see. Let's start off like a road through here. Yeah, some sort of road through here. Bit of a diagonal road around through here. Yep, there's also Christmas in like 2 weeks as well, which is pretty horrifying in some ways. Or not really horrifying, but still pretty cool though. Yeah, roughly around like 2 weeks or so. Well, that's pretty pog. Dady says, how long have you been working on this project? Since February of this year, so like compared to like my previous like city building project, it's not as long as that yet. But it has been like a few months since we've been working on this project. It would definitely take well over a year, considering we're still working on some of the floor plans and whatnot. And some of the shapes of the buildings have bad signs of me being able to build something properly in them. But other than that, it's just taking its time. Big rip fire loner, I guess. Alright, let me just get rid of some of the red glass around through here, since I already stored all of them because I'm a genius. But I definitely would need some more red glass to replace some of the, well, I don't actually really need to replace all the leaves over here with red glass just yet. All I need to do is just make sure these are filled in with white glass. Someone gets it, amazing. No more suffering until you have to deal with, like, after Christmas, but oh well. But hey, at least, like, the year is almost over, I guess, which is always a big plus for some people. I don't think there would ever be, like, a good year, I would say. People are just gonna always say that this year, or the next year, or the year after that is always gonna be very bad. It's just unfortunate, like, not really unfortunate, it's just pretty much like a reality, is that, like, every single, like, year is not gonna really have like just nothing but like good moments. There are always going to be like some bad moments sometimes for each year, and just some people just don't really accept it that much though, which is a bit of a wacky mess. High school sucks indeed. In some ways though, depends on where you sorry, get enrolled, I guess. Sometimes high school can pretty much suck sometimes. Right, the reason why I'm like making a bit of a curve around through here is that I'm planning to hopefully have like a bridge of some kind go all the way over here. That's sort of like a plan that I have. And I have no idea if this is going to look nice or not, so yeah, I'm just going to hope everything goes pretty well, because if it doesn't go very well, then I'm going to cry. Public schools are horrible, depends, not to be completely honest. Like, I would say, like, private schools can be slightly better, but then again, it varies quite a lot sometimes between different people. I've already heard, like, a lot of, like, interesting stories between, like, a lot of, like, people going to private schools here in Auckland, so it's really just a mixed bag, I would say. I would say. Jesus Christ, my stomach. Alright. This is a very straight sort of turn, I would say, but like there really isn't too much we can do for the meantime. So that's pretty much good for what it is, I guess. I'm getting bullied by a kid in the same year as me. I still wonder why I didn't drop him yet, because he's okay. I'm just not gonna read any of these chat messages after a while. Kids in my school get away with vaping in the freaking bathrooms. That's always lovely, isn't it? Well, anyway, I would say, like, let them be for a while until they realize that vaping is actually not as harmless as anyone would think, I would say. They'll just have to deal with, like, the problems of vaping after a while. Why does my feet hurt? Okay, you know what? I'm just not gonna use the standing desk for the rest of the stream. Okay, now my feet are hurting. My feet are actually beginning to hurt a little bit. But that's fine, because I can just sit down and continue streaming as normal, I guess. I have no idea. My classmates are just literally smoking. Lovely. This is always a lovely thing to deal with. I think, like, what's the word? Like, I think the news already broke out, or like, I mean, looking at Reddit, the news definitely seemed to be breaking out, but like here in New Zealand, we're already like banned, like, cigarette purchases to anyone who's like, I think under 18 nowadays? Or, not just, yeah, under 18, and like, it's gonna steadily, like, increase in age after a while as well. So the plan is to pretty much like restrict smoking for pretty much like, I don't know, like the rest of like the generation, I guess. Like pretty much like I only just heard the news from Reddit, which is pretty ironic, but like so far, like I think there already has been like a law passed through the parliament already about like restricting cigarette sales already to like the current generation. So I mean, it's probably gonna be a hot topic, but honestly, for the sake that for our, like, our own health, it'll be pretty helpful to not really like promote the use of cigarettes and restrict them entirely as well. But geez, your own, I guess. If something went wrong, and well, we're screwed since the fire alarm is a joke since it goes off so super often. Lovely. But hey, at least you guys are able to like leave sometimes, I guess. How the frick are you even here? Why are you even stuck? I have so many questions about you, but like I also don't give a shy about like getting an answer from you, so you just stay over there for now. But yeah, what the heck are you why are you over there? Anyway. For some more chill vibes, I guess. I really need to like go on like a very bad posture. Lovely. Oh, frick off. I know you guys are able to spawn in because this is an area for you guys to spawn, but please leave me alone. Okay, anyway. God, I love dealing with these stupid piglins here. Alright. Okay, we're gonna probably move this pathway a little bit to the right. Because I want to plan out, like, a bridge of some kind, or, like, a wharf area of some kind around through here. So that's something that I want to, like, have this area be touched upon. Big Pog 𝗦𝗶𝗹. You should probably still get some rest, though, but Big Pog on Argentina winning, I guess. Despite some players apparently being complete arses, but whatever. Alright, anyway. Also, a little bit of a heads up, there will be like an incoming mid-roll ads placement coming up in like a few seconds. So just a little bit of a heads up about that, but definitely stick around for a little bit, unless you want to subscribe and stuff like that, so that way you can avoid getting like wacky ads all the time. But yeah, we need to pay bills and also deal with like disabling pre-roll ads for a little bit, so just a little bit of a heads up to those who are not subscribed yet. But anyway, incoming ad break coming soon. Just go around through here. It'll be very awkward if I like throw that message into the chat and then like you just don't receive ads when the ad break arrives. Because I know for a fact some countries in like... Actually, it's actually also confirmed by like some people on like Twitch that like some areas in like some areas of like Central and Southern Europe, I believe, like areas where yeah, somewhere like in Hungary and Croatia, like ad rates are really low in some places, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, so far like it's pretty much like somewhat confirmed that like ad coverage or ad like sort of like plays are often very inconsistent around the world, I guess, which is interesting. And my new credit card is still in the works. Lovely. I mean, I wouldn't blame you guys if you can't really afford a subscription just yet. I have watched you for 66 hours in 2022. Amazing. And that's out of, like, how many hours I've streamed on Twitch. I forgot to, like, double check that or, like, see what the full hours are on my, recap and my dashboard. I think the dashboard, information, though, is a little bit more accurate. Because so far, like, I don't think I could really trust too much about, like, the, Twitch recap, information too much, except for the channel points, I guess. Which is interesting, because apparently the channel points that were accumulated, according to like the recaps, it says there are like a total of like up to 6.6 million, I believe. Like 6.6 million like channel points that were accumulated, which makes me really wonder, is that like per viewer, or not per viewer, but like, which makes me really wonder is out of like all those 6 million like channel points, are people still able to redeem the end stream like channel point reward yet? Because I still haven't heard anything about that just yet, or no one has ever redeemed it just yet, I guess. Okay, anyway, we earned 39,880 channel points and total 20,000 more VIP alone, which makes sense. But yeah, it's still pretty ridiculous, though. Oh my god, those piglins are already beginning to spawn in. Also, this ad break is not playing yet. Twitch! The one time I asked you to use your ad freaking light scheduler, you're not even using it, bruh. Anyway, stay hydrated, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Fire Loner, for that. Anyway. It's still not arriving. It is... Alright, I'll just have to wait for a little bit until, for the ad break to arrive, I guess. So, we'll see. Marm says, had mine when I came in? So you got pre-roll ads or something like that, which is pretty weird, because pre-roll ads are supposed to be disabled. So, thank you, Twitch, for that, I guess. Yeah, that's not good, Fire Loner, I would say. Like, anything that isn't, like naturally sourced caffeine is just not really healthy in general, I would say. That's why I'm not really a big fan when it comes to, like, energy drinks and all that stuff. It's only for desperate uses, but then again, there's actually, like, other ways you can, like, take like caffeine apart from like coffee and tea and stuff like that. That would be much more better. Okay, you guys all need to perish, you freaking piglin shites. Get sniped, you idiot. Anyway, Coco and Mary, welcome to the Fox Army. Hope you guys are doing pretty nice though. I'm talking about Coca-Cola though. Yeah, that makes sense, but then again, Coca-Cola also produces a lot of caffeine drinks. I really love the beat of this, like, cyberspace track. Alright, one straight road around through there that just goes around the edge of this bridge of sort of wharfway of some kind. I can't even freaking know the right terminologies of these sort of like features of like a city or whatnot. Also, the ad break is still not playing yet. Twitch, the one time I asked you to play an ad break, you're not playing an ad break. Okay. That's always lovely. Alright, going around through here, blah blah blah. Anyway, I do sleep, but it's mostly between 5 to 7. That's not healthy if you only get like 2 hours of sleep. Alright, anyway, let's just keep going around through here. Oh god, why is there a little bit of like leaves over here? That seems pretty stupid.
In fucking high I am not on drugs. Cause it's 1:30 AM and I still can't sleep with yay. Anyway, why don't you stream at night anymore?
Because it's so freaking hot. I already said this multiple times, but like even earlier in the stream, the freaking heat, the summer heat is becoming more and more unbearable as of recently. Like already reaching like up to like 27 degrees Celsius in like my room during the evenings, which is not good. So that's the reason why I'm not doing any evening streams for some time now. And I should have not like hit that zombie piglin, knowing that I'm gonna get murdered immediately by other zombie piglin. Well, that's gonna be an issue for me to deal with. Alright. You're gonna get bonked then. Anyway, more XP, I guess. Now, I'm gonna force a manual ad because the ad break is supposed to be playing. So here comes an incoming ad break, if this is not even gonna play. Bruh. Alright, there we go. We'll see how that would work, I guess. So yeah, incoming ad break, I would say. Is the freaking Stream Deck commands even working? Anyway, while the ad break plays, I'm gonna double check if everything is working perfectly fine, because why the frick is this not working? Okay, that is what I would call an interesting predicament. Please VPN work. Amazing Fire Loner. The ad failed to run because, okay. Thank you very much, I would say. Alright, while like the ad break is playing through here, I'm gonna double check if there's anything else that I still need to deal with. Fox, what made you change your stream schedule? The summer heat. And that's literally the reasoning why I changed the stream schedule a little bit. Unless you're talking about like the recent stream schedule where I'm like streaming a little bit less per week. That's because of like a little bit of like streamer burnout that I'm like receiving from like last month. Mainly because I did like sumathon streams and whatnot. But for like the times, it's all just down to like how bad the summer heat is in New Zealand nowadays, or Auckland specifically. It's becoming more and more unbearable, so that's why the time is in the morning, because I don't want to die during the evening. It's really not fun. Like having to like breathe and like not die during the heat is just not fun. And we'll just keep going around through there. So when summer ends, will you go back to your old stream timings? Well, it depends really on like whether the heat is gonna die down or not, because I know for a fact, like the heat when it comes to like summer doesn't usually like stay, if you know what I mean. Like it doesn't usually like like it does stay, and it usually also takes like a few like months or weeks to like finally die down during autumn. So that's really an issue we have to deal with. Also, why does this track have to be playing right now? The one metal track that I would not want to really expect to be listening for today's stream, but oh well, here we are. This is the most played track in like the entire Sonic Frontiers OST. which I don't blame, honestly. I'm just not gonna common fire loner. Still pretty remarkable that this is a Sonic track. I would really need to clean up all these zombie piglins just being in the way, because this is going to be really annoying for us to deal with. Alright. Go in this direction a little bit. Will Fox die in today's stream? I'm doing this because you know I won't die, but I'll get extra town points because I'll vote no. It's a poll, it's not a prediction, it's a poll. So anyway, our cheeseburger's good. That's the last poll the way to deal with. So here's a new poll, and sure, you can spend Fox coins on this for whatever reason. Would Fox die in today's stream? Yes, no. That's the poll. That's the entire chat poll. This is not a prediction, it's a freaking poll. So what the frick do you mean? I know you won't die. I'll get extra chow points. What do you mean you'll get extra chow points? This isn't a prediction. Anyway, that's a scam because I can't gain anything if I vote. I mean, yeah, that's the point of the poll. That's why I suggest a polls. Like, how are people surprised what a suggest a poll is? I don't understand. Anyway, get scammed, you idiots. I'm trying my best not to sing the lyrics. I can almost sing them off by heart, but I'm not gonna sing because I do not want my voice to destroy itself. But god, this track is really just slaps hard. Seriously, are people just voting yes? Okay. People are either just memeing or have zero confidence that this world is gonna last whatsoever, which is pretty funny. Alright, a little bit of a turn around through here. I guess we'll also have like a sort of like a step down sort of a thing over here. So we can at least like occupy this space. I'm gonna have to fill this area in eventually because that is gonna bother me quite a lot. Unless you don't really know me, brings you glory. Down this road before, I really know the story. Okay, anyway, I already sang the lyrics. God damn it, I already failed the freaking. Anyway, continuing on. Would Fox die today? Is the question in the poll. Is not if like would you want me to die? That's not the question the poll is asking. This is what I mean. So far, this is all on you, 𝗶𝗶. You think this is a predictions? All right. Anyway, rest in peace, 𝗶𝗶, I guess. Doom 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 doom. Alright, we're probably gonna try and like have the pathway. I'm trying to figure out how on earth do we want to get up towards this cliff face over here. And so far all I can think of is having like a separate pathway that like overhangs on the edge of this sort of cliff face here. But then I need to also figure out how the bloody hell do we get from like this point over here to up to this point over here without like I don't know, having an aneurysm or something like that. And trying to figure out some potential solutions. Maybe we can have like a bit of like a rickening staircase on the back over here, maybe. But then again, I don't know how dangerous that's going to be. But yeah, I'm pretty much out of like any good sort of ideas for this area yet. What did you study? I'm not going to really share too much details about what I'm studying in university, because often or not you can easily pinpoint what university is like running those specific like classes or like that sort of a degree, because it's a very specifically named degree that I think only one university in Auckland has. So yeah, I'm not going to really share too much details because I kind of respect a little bit of my privacy a little bit. But hopefully once I graduate I can actually like share you guys a little bit of what the degree is all about, because it is a bit of a very interestingly named degree, I would say. There's a lot of opportunities though for me to like get out of it. Oh, you weren't even asking me. Okay, anyway, that's cool. I mean, then again, people have always asked me multiple bloody times about what the frick do I study anyway, so I'm presuming that like some of the questions in the chat are also like still also directed to me anyway, so it's like whatever. I love how 100% of people in this chat expect me to die for today's stream. Well, that's on you, I guess. Anyway, I have no idea what to really say about this chat anymore. Should I even bother reading the chat at this point, honestly? If people are just only going to be directing questions at each other in the chat. Really makes me question whether I should even be streaming at this point, I would say. You know? Kind of really pretty much like kills the point of a Twitch chat, you know? No, you're gonna go to sleep, 𝗶𝗶. Zero mercy, you're gonna go to freaking sleep. Alright, anyway, let's go over here. No, it doesn't. We're just a social Okay, whatever. I don't know what the frick you mean by a social community. You're just literally you're just still treating this chat as like a group DM area. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not a social community if you're literally saying no, I'm not asking you, Fox. Politely. Social community, my arse, I would say. Alright, anyway, let's see here. Let's go over here. Bonk that guy a little bit. You're like my mom, you know, telling me to sleep at 1:40 a.m. Yeah, go to freaking sleep, you frick. How else was I supposed to say it then? And or 𝗶𝗶, what are you studying right now? Instead of like just randomly in the blue in the chat for me to mistaken it as like a genuine question, I guess. But then again, I can't blame you for that. You probably don't know about like @mentions and all that stuff, so honestly, I can't really blame you for that, I guess. Though I would blame you for thinking that like my response is completely unwarranted. Alright, anyway. Do 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 do. I need to get rid of these sort of weeping vines, I swear to God. Do do do. How in the bloody hell do I want this staircase to work? Because this is not gonna really like reach up towards the height that I wanted pretty easily over here. We could probably build like a spiral staircase around through here and act as that as a way of getting up, but I don't know if that's going to look very nice or not. do 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 Mod applications are still not open just yet, but I would also recommend staying tuned for like a bit of an announcement by New Year's Day for something. That's all I'm gonna say. Who said I need to follow up? Sorry, 𝗶𝗹. Who said I would need to follow through with like questions in the poll? Do you know? Who on earth said that like I need to like follow through with like whatever like response the community has on like in a poll, especially if like it's gonna be easily rigged with channel points. So yeah, I wouldn't really go shy. Alright, that's pretty much on level already, so we need to get rid of all these things over here. Lovely. Okay, just scrape this area a little bit. Did you say Auckland earlier, actually? Yep. Alright, anyway, throw this over here. Okay, so that's a little bit more cleared up. So let's see if we can try and like get a sort of like a good pathway over here. I would feel, hopefully. I don't even have any red stained glass I can use to like fill in some of the areas here. Lovely. Let me just deal with that. Have you played on Tubnet yet? Nope. Didn't play on MTCI. Haven't touched Tubnet at all. So far, like my experience when it comes to like multiplayer servers, especially in a PvP sort of environment, all the way here in New Zealand is not really great, because there's a thing called latency and pain that kind of sucks arse for like us living in like Oceania and stuff like that. So the experience compared to like people living in Europe and whatnot is not really great, and often or not it just doesn't feel fun after like a while anyway, because of how stupid it can be. You live in the upper right part of New Zealand. I'm going to look at pictures of that area. Upper right part of New Zealand. Not really? I don't know what you mean by upper right part, because there's like a lot of upper right parts in New Zealand. Unless you're suddenly looking at the Coromandel, then that's going to be very funny. But yeah, I don't know if that's what I would describe it. I mean, then again, Auckland is really hard to miss, considering it's, one, a super city, two, one of the largest like city areas in like, yeah, pretty much the largest city area in New Zealand, and probably the Southern Hemisphere as far as I know. Is there someone outside? I cannot freaking tell, because I need someone to pick up something. I cannot even tell if someone's over here or not. Alright, anyway. But yeah, it should be really hard to miss where Auckland is. Yeah, it's very noticeably big. Alright, anyway, let's see. I need to make sure that these corners over here are actually looking okay, because I don't want to make them too thin and I don't want to make them too girthy. I don't even know if girthy is the right word, but honestly, I'm just had to describe these stupid pathways in some ways, I would say. I have been submitting reaction of the stream for the past 15 minutes, so after stream you'll get them. I presume it's like the reaction like sort of thing that they're experimenting on Twitch, I think, which I guess makes a bit of sense. Though I don't know if their implementation of it like being placed like underneath the video player makes sense. Unless it's like placed correctly in mobile, I guess, then that would make sense then again. Why does this track have to be whatever, I'm listening to this track. I love this track as well. More Sonic music. Actually, all this has been Sonic music. I'm trying my best not to sing this. I almost memorized all the lyrics of the song. Oh god. This destroys the entire, like, mood of the stream, I feel like. Still, it's a really good track, though. My college has uniform? Are you talking about my university or, like, high school? Because I know for a fact, like, some places in the world say college as in high school. And here in New Zealand, we also call colleges high school. I'm trying my best not to sing this. It's so freaking catchy, and I hate it so much. All right, let's keep going around through here. Yeah, university. No, we don't really wear like uniforms for university. Like, I know like some colleges or universities in the world would wear uniforms for whatever reason, but not my university. We're all just casual clothing. No, the reason why I'm trying not to sing is that it'll just strain my vocal cords. So yeah, like I would be fine singing a little bit to the song. The problem is that if I keep doing that, it will actually strain my vocal cords. Whispering is not great for your vocal cords in general. Also, humming is not great for your vocal cords either. I'm not a great singer as well, so I don't really want to like showcase that often, like the entire like stream. I feel like. All universities in Auckland don't have uniforms, so like that doesn't narrow down anything. So if you're trying to stalk me, well, good luck, because so far there are like 3-ish major universities in like the same bloody area of the city that have all the same criteria that I mentioned earlier. There's AUT, UOA, like some other smaller university as well that I combined into like the third one because I'm too lazy to name them all. But the two biggest ones are UOA and AUT. And I may or may not be in one of them, but who knows. You can pretty much pick your poison which freaking like university I'm mentioning anyway. God damn it, I can't even memorize the freaking guitar solo. It's the end of the show. I'm singing again. I'm freaking singing this track. I'm also gonna screenshot this and put you on a very bad list. Alright, anyway, let's keep going. I really love listening to this track. Let's just go and get rid of all these like light gray, light gray glass a little bit. Actually, not light gray, it's all white glass. God, my brain's so stupid today. I can't tell if this is techno or... It's some sort of like form of like techno-based drum and bass, but I completely have no idea what to really describe it as. Also, this is not going to work. This entire pathway over here is not going to really work very well. Would it be wiser if I put a staircase around the edge like this instead? I think it will look much more neater, and also we can actually have a little bit more extra space over here to work with. Again, I'm not confirming or denying which university out of AUT or UOA I'm in. Then again, they are the biggest university, so it's not really a huge surprise if I go into one of them. Or maybe I'm not, actually. Let's see, let's go over here. Blah, blah, blah. And then blah, blah, blah. There we go. This is a very scuffish staircase of some kind, but it kind of works a little bit. The person that's supposed to pick up something is not here yet, so we'll just have to wait a little bit longer. Or anyway, let me just quickly, like, rest my hands. It's okay, I'm gonna mention this outright. My hands have been getting this weird sort of, like, issue? Is that even, like, an issue? Not because of it's, like, a physical issue, I guess, but for whatever reason, I guess it's because of the heat and whatnot. My hands have been beginning to have, like, a lot of, like, sweat and, like, stuff like that, so it's just full of, like, moisture every single time I, like, literally do anything on, like, my computer or anywhere else, which is... I don't know if that's a normal thing or a good thing. I feel like it's a wacky thing, but whatever, I guess. Anyway, let me just make my hand a little bit. Alright, let's continue on. All you have to do is to go through a student list of both schools, figure out which school you go to, and try and find your channel under someone's name? You think it's gonna be that easy to, like, just get a student list and stuff like that? And also, I don't know who the frick would want to have, like, social media under your own personal name, even though, like, there's so many, like, but one, a red flag from you saying that out loud, and number two, I don't know if that really correlates as a way of finding me very well. Because as far as I know, none of my socials have my name on it, so... yeah. Still pretty yikes, though. Like, seriously, you have to say that? Alright, anyway, let's keep going a little bit. I'm trying to make sure this is going to fit very well, but I do not know if it's going to fit very well or not. Parents do it all the time. Parents don't do that all the time. I can reassure you that parents do not do that all the time. Okay, let's get rid of all the leaves around through here, I guess. See if this would look pretty good or not. I mean, some people do, but not everyone, you know. I mean, it would be wiser not to really use your major socials with your actual real name for the sake of, like, not being doxxed. So some people might be more privacy conscious than others, and I'm one of them who are very privacy conscious. But yeah, ideally it's not wise to really just search things up. Please don't. Really love listening to these soundtracks. Alright, let's keep going around here. Still a few more areas left to, like, clean up a little bit. Anyway, I'm just kidding. The only thing I know how to change is the amount of cookies I have in Cooking Clicker. Anyway, I'm just gonna focus on just doing, like, chill Minecraft stuff. God, I really hate this Twitch chat sometimes. Did I store some red glass over here, or have I already used them up already? No, actually I did, okay. I need to, like, quickly, like, get rid of, like, all the leaves around through here, so ideally should have some spare red glass I can use right now. Bum 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 bum. Hopefully not dropped any leaves about below over there, but looks to be pretty much alright. Anyway, back to the chill vibes, I would say. Still no sign of, like, someone I need to, like, meet up outside, so we'll just have to wait. Let's do the normal hardcore thing as always. I don't know if, like, the fast-paced movements and, like, me moving around all the time is actually helping a lot with, like, the chill vibes. I've been noticing, like, it just doesn't seem to be, what's the word, not really soothing, I feel like, in terms of, like, having these sort of chill streams. Like, often or not, I just, like, look at the VODs and whatnot, and I just see myself moving all the time, like, right next to, like, some very chill music. And I don't know if that's really a sort of nice chill experience to deal with, which is, I don't know, pretty concerning, I guess. But again, I'm pretty much, like, naturally, like, born to, like, not naturally born, but, like, I've naturally learned to just, like, move around much more quicker than usual, or whatever like that when it comes to doing stuff in this game. So it does feel a little bit more different and less chill than usual. And that's just me. Okay, let's tidy up these cliff faces over here. I don't know what you mean by it gives a more energetic energy, like, I presume it's the movements and stuff like that, which again, kinda kills the, sort of like, speed and momentum of, like, what I want for, like, a chill stream, I guess. So I think it will be wise if I, like, focus on, like, trying to make sure everything is a little bit more fluid, I guess, or the movements are a little bit more fluid, and much more, like, calm to, like, see, I guess. But yeah, I don't know if that's gonna really work well or not. Pick up all the leftover scrap bits of leaves. Anyway, that was first encounter. Cleaning up all the mess that I placed down quite some time ago. Now this is the actual Three Crow, or like not the Crow's Island, Starfall Islands. There we go. There we go. That looks a lot more cleaner now without the leaves. There's still some areas that we still need to like clean up a little bit, but we'll worry about that soon. But yeah, it looks like a pretty good way to start off this area of like the cliff face here. We need to find a way to somewhat divide these areas into different districts, if that's the right word to say. Because so far we have like two major roads, one on the side of this wharf area over here, and another one just heading on the back side over here, I guess. I guess we're probably going to make sure that these two are like the main roads anyway, because if I probably add like a main road through there, it probably would just ruin the sort of not the look, but like the sort of like shape of the city in some ways. So that could help out a little bit maybe, but we'll see. Then I just move this a little bit more to the center, so that way we have a little bit of extra space for maybe some buildings in the middle, maybe. That might work. This will take some time, though. Breaking glass does take a lot of time, though. This is the pacing that kind of fits pretty well with the music. Just focus on just chill vibes like this. If only they made like black glass placing a lot more faster, or glass breaking. Holy frick, my brain. Yeah, you get some sleep, 𝗶𝗶. I'll see you sometime, I guess. Be sure to get some good rest. Oh, frick. Let's just keep going. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we'll see it, 𝗶𝗶. Frick. Don't have any more bloody white glass. Please tell me I still have like reserves of white glass left. And I don't. Okay, we're gonna quickly restock on that real quick then. Get some more white glass. At least we're making a lot of like big progress on like the floor plannings though. I would be worried a little bit on like our quartz supply, so we might actually need to get some villagers to help with amending those sort of like quartz supply issues maybe. Or maybe like just like straight up a lot of manual mining is probably needed, but hopefully that would not always be the case maybe. Alright. Give me some white dye. Is that all the white dye we have? Okay, that is worrying. Double check if there's any more supplies I have left in the overworld, maybe. Yeah, we might need to go to the overworld and restock real quick on our bone meal supplies. Anyway, to the overworld we quickly go. Wasn't it Fire Loner who said to me that like, oh, you don't usually go to like the overworld that much, or when have you ever like not gone to the Nether and all that stuff? Maybe. Well, at least there's at least a chance we're able to see the overworld a little bit. This is a really like nice sort of theme. It really fits pretty well with like the entire islands. Anyway, how you doing by the way, Nadari? Hope you're doing pretty well so far, mate. Alright, anyway. Quickly to the overworld we go. Need to grab some more supplies. Or mainly just more bone meal and bones, mainly. Because I need some more white dye anyway. Alright. No, I still have them on my item, like, storage area. Yeah, ideally don't be very curious to the point where I would actually consider bonking you. Ideally no one wants to deal with someone actually stalking them. Like, at all. Alright. Would that be enough dye for us? I'm actually kind of worried that we might need a lot more. So I'm just going to bring in another supply of, like, bone meal and stuff like that ready. Alright, back to the Nether, I guess, because pretty much we're done around through here. I'm good, how about you? I'm doing alright. The fan, you may hear a little bit of a fan in the background, which has been pretty much helping me, like, somewhat endure the amount of, like, heat that this room is pretty much, like, keeping, I guess. So overall, I'm doing pretty alright, I guess. I'm gonna skip Ray Island, because so far it's very intense. Chaos Ion's a bit too intense as well. Ornos. Really listened to Ornos last time. Definitely not that one. Chaos Ion first mode. Actually, this one's pretty fun. This is a pretty fun sort of like a soundtrack. Anyway, I don't really notice it. Okay, that's good to hear. Good to hear that like the fan noises are not too obnoxiously loud. It should not be actually like whenever I like turn on the fan, it's actually not too easy to or not, what's the word? It's pretty easy to phase out, I would say. You can still hear it in the VODs. I can definitely say you can still hear it, but like it's not really much of a huge problem to deal with, I would say. Which I guess is good. Preferably I would just like nice peace and quiet when there's no like fan and stuff like that, but still better than nothing. There are fans playing in the background. I mean, there is a fan that's being like used in the background because it's super hot here. But then again, if you haven't noticed, then that's good actually. That's good for us for in terms of production and all that stuff. At least we don't need to worry about like allowing a fan in the room a little bit because it's still unbearably warm still. Alright, let's keep going and fixing up all our supplies of glass here. There we go. Restocking our glass supplies. If you know about it, you can hear it, but otherwise not really, yeah. Pretty much you have to like, I feel like you actively need to like listen to it, which is honestly a good thing because it means that you can easily like sort of phase out the sounds of the fan in the background. It is still noticeable though, but it's better than like dying, I would say. Better than dying to the heat. That's the wrong shulker box. Holy frick, my brain. Okay, go over here. And the more glass supplies. Yep. Grab that. White stained glass. Throw them over here. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can really like really touch for now, I would say, because yeah, I want to keep as much like reserved glass as possible in case we do need them. So yeah, that's pretty good. Dump all the excess white dye and grab the rest. Dump the 7 glass pieces that I don't know why I have, and we'll just head back to the build site again. And we continue on building some more roads. I can't even match up with the melodies, Jesus. This one has a very interesting sort of like, I mean, it should be a simple time signature, but the beat is slightly like, somewhat like a little bit different each time, I feel like. Good soundtrack though. Back. And back. Alright, you all need to die now. You're all in the way of progress and you all will need to perish. This is no mercy for everybody. Why are you guys having an aneurysm? Please die. You give me free food, I guess. Alright, continuing on. Alright, let's just keep chilling a little bit. Oh, I forgot to mention an ad break happening. I don't know if there was like people mentioning that there was an ad like playing in the background or not. Oh well, forgot to mention about that. But then again, Adari is actually in the chat as well, so I don't think you noticed that as well either. You can do exclamation mark guides, by the way, Fire Loner, if you want to know what the different types of stained glass is being used. Pretty much like the white stained glass, it's not really a finalized block just yet, but it might also be part of like the finalized sort of like design of the roads, but who knows, honestly. But again, you can do exclamation mark guides to know a little bit more about like what the different stain colors mean. Again, it's always a drum and bass feel, which I kind of like, I would say. Drum and bass is not too bad, unless they overdo it sometimes, but this is not too bad. the kick drum though, Jesus. Always love that. Alright, there we go. Grab all that over there. Yep. Okay, I'm probably just gonna like cut off this area, I would say. This would be kind of stupid to keep over here. Yeah, so these are the main roads so far. Should I keep it like the same width as like the rest of the buildings over here for like all the other types of roads? It would make sense if there was like multiple like three block wide roads all over the place. Yeah, it would pretty much match with the rest of the like sort of like aesthetic, not just aesthetic, but like the dimensions of the city. So might as well just keep it to just 3 blocks wide roads for now. Put some roads in the middle. Get these areas separated to different districts. Some hoglins just vibing in the background. That's lovely. There really is a bit of texture in that kick drum. Yeah, there's a lot of fully powered beacons. Ironically enough, for like a project like this size, you would definitely need all these beacons to make sure that they fully cover up like all the areas that you're working in. And beacons are pretty helpful for like defending against pricks like those. So that's why we need all those beacons. Technically, I can just fully stack this place with beacons, but then again, that'll be a lot of iron blocks to deal with. So I don't want to really overdo it with it too much. And they're not really in like a finalized place either. Yeah, not in a finalized place whatsoever yet. That'll be arranged later on in the future. Okay. How's that looking so far? So we got somewhat of like 3 different districts, I would say. Throw that away, throw that away. Quickly restock on fireworks. I would quickly do that. Well, let me just quickly have a nice bird's eye view so that way I can see what the sort of size of the districts should look like. Alright. There isn't really a great vantage point, I believe, to like see. Actually, this is a pretty good vantage point. So we got like one entrance, or not an entrance, sort of like pathway that goes down to the lower terraces over there. I guess it would probably be a staircase from like the lower terrace to go around through here. Or maybe we can actually put like a... I actually don't know if I want to build like a pathway from like this upper terrace all the way to over there just yet, but we'll see about that. Okay, so we got a staircase over there. That's pretty much sorted out. These 2 districts are pretty much all set, but I don't know about this area here specifically. Something about it just doesn't feel right for whatever reason. I might just build like a pathway from over there to link up over there, because I think I was planning to build like some sort of staircase to get from like this bottom terrace here to this terrace over there, I guess. And then we need to fix up whatever bloody mess this area was, because this is a terrible looking pathway. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much what we still need to deal with. So we're gonna quickly, we're gonna quickly just move, or not move this pathway, build an additional pathway, go from over here to over here, and have that like touch around this area a little bit. Just like so. Alright, perfect. Really like the sort of subtle differences in like the main theme of like the Starfall Islands with like the Chronos movements. Still sounds really nice and feels pretty nice. Hello there, Hoglin again. Bonk, bonk. Thank you. Okay, throw those out. Get more of these. Oh my gosh! You freaking play Hoglins left to spawn in any sort of way, in any sort of capacity whatsoever here. Yep, that looks pretty alright. These districts are a little bit big, so I would need to be pretty creative on how we arrange some additional roads through here. Maybe there'll be like another road that goes through the middle just to make things a little bit more easier for us to separate these areas, I guess. It would be interesting to try and like just occupy these with like large-ass buildings, but at the same time I feel like they'll be a bit too huge in some ways, so separating these districts might be still ideal, I would think. Let's go and break this off a little bit. And have that go in a little bit of a corner. Yeah, somewhere around here. I can actually like feel like the wind from like my fan hitting my bloody ear as well. Or my headphones specifically. And that kind of adds to the feel of like the entire soundtrack. Very, very subtle. Very interesting augmented reality sort of like immersion. Not really augmented reality though. Alright, there we go. Keep misplacing these stupid blocks. Okay, there we go. How does that look? Yeah, that looks a lot more better to like arrange buildings in. A little bit more smaller, but not too small to the point where it's really annoying to work with some buildings. But yeah, that looks pretty good. How do we split this up though? Guess it would just be like a direct sort of line from like over here to over there, I guess, because I can't think of anything better than that. Yeah, the chat isn't really alive, which is kind of what I expect for like this part of the stream, honestly. Or this part of like the duration of the stream. Not really surprised whatsoever about that. As long as it doesn't become very wacky, then honestly don't really mind it too much. Always would like a very dead chat than a very, very wacky one. Alright, here comes the first cyberspace level theme. What is this baby piglin trying to do? You're just looking at me working on some stuff. I mean, I appreciate your sort of like, sort of interest still. What do you mean you don't really like your own discourse? What the frick are you talking about, Fire Loner? Okay, this actually fits pretty well with the energetic, like, sort of, like, movements I have now. Alright. Looks pretty good so far. I'm not gonna really build any sort of, like, staircases just yet, but it looks pretty good by the looks of everything. Alright, all we need to do now is, do whatever the frick this area is going to be. We'll definitely need to build, like, some sort of, like, pathway around through here, and then build like some sort of like edge or road of some kind just above the wharf area over there, which makes sense. Join Fox's wacky Discord server. I just like the description of it being wacky because it's not really the Discord server that itself is wacky. It's the people that try to make it wacky. But whatever. I really like the sort of like description of this Discord server because it can get kind of wacky in terms of like how things go. It's a nice sort of description, but not really. I don't really hate it. Okay. Anyway, let's see. We'll need to. I guess since it's already a terrace, we don't really need to like have these 3 blocks wide. So this is completely unnecessary. I forgot what style this is. I really love the basic guitar in the background. Okay, there's a little bit of hint of techno now. Alright. Yeah, it looks pretty good so far. What? Wait, is that good? Can't really bloody tell. Just keep going around through the edges over here. Alright. Things are looking pretty alright around through here. Should I put like another ring of like pathway throughs here? Or throughs? What the frick am I saying? Through around through here maybe. I mean it would probably fit very well around through here I guess. Also I really need to probably lower this terrace down by a small bit. It doesn't really make any sense why I have this like up like at like some certain height I guess. Oh great. I just have to quickly deal with those things real quick I guess. Yeah, a lot of techno vibes out of this track. But also not, I think. Also, it almost sounds like a bit of like a hard style feel to it. It's hard for me to really describe it. Also, that's kind of fricked. Let me just get rid of all this then. And that's pretty much it. Amazing for that track. Oh great, this one. Always love this track as well. Just pure drum and bass. We need to quickly get rid of this entire layer of freaking netherrack again. So hopefully we have enough inventory space for that. I do need to like dump all the excess amounts of like red glass though. Move out of the way. Freaking bloody hoglin. Thank you. Disappearing. Definitely need to lower all this down. I think the reason why I did not lower it is because this terrace is very, very thin to work with. I'm still going to remove it anyway because I want to make sure all the terrain is as flat as possible or else the buildings are just going to be a nightmare to build on. Disappearing. Do 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 do. Do. Anyway, Starry Shirt says, what is being made here? Also, nice stream. Thank you very much for that. If you want to know what we're working on, by the way, you can do !building or !project in the chat. Also, finally freed you three for whatever reason. Anyway, you guys are going to probably have an aneurysm again, so I need to quickly do this to you. Sorry about that. Get back here. Get back. I need you all to be completely destroyed, please. Thank you very much. You're all going to probably have an aneurysm after a while. Yep, you're having an aneurysm. Shut up. Just don't show that to anyone in PETA. I would say anyone in the chat. Just don't show that. Anyway, hope you're doing pretty well so far, Starry Shirt. Again, you can do !building or !project in the chat. Again, this is like, I can't tell this is actually drum and bass or something else. It sounds like drum and bass. It's a very light sort of like drum and bass though, which I kind of like. Pretty chill. Really love the vibes of this track. Whoops, fix that over there. Alright, we just need to quickly make sure we have like a nice sort of road system going around through here, I guess. Yeah, we still have enough white glass, perfect. Put this over there, throw bloody nether wart away, and we continue on our progress. Should I go a little bit overtime for today's stream? Considering since like the amount of like people joining are not really that big, I guess. Maybe it will be nice to go a little bit overtime. But who knows? I also don't want to like feel too exhausted by the end of the stream, but today's been pretty much a chill stream. I can pretty much manage it a little bit. Alright, go around the edges over here. Hey, we Starry Shirt, welcome to the Fox Army. I don't even know if that's going to be looking good or not, so that's going to be lovely. You can take a look at !project again, and there is going to be a little bit of lore behind it that was not completely flushed out as far as I know, because I'm still a lazy writer. Alright, fix all that. Hopefully I did not hopefully I throw the right bloody blocks out. I swear to God if I accidentally threw out some glass. Oh boy, that'll be horrifying. Alright. Looking pretty good so far. Don't know if I want to like have like an orbit of like a pathway around through here. because that might be pretty fitting in some ways, and also would be more convenient. Yeah, it probably would be a little bit more convenient to have like a bit of like a pathway like that, but who knows. And here it's even more drum and bass. Lovely. But yeah, I need to get rid of all these leaves now. While this pathway makes a little bit of sense, it also doesn't in like a lot of different ways. And we could probably design a little bit much more better sort of like shape to this staircase maybe later in the future. So we might need to basically redesign this stupid thing. At least we can spend our overtime stream a little bit, or yeah, take a little bit of an overtime amount of like working on this stupid thing again. So let's see if we can just first of all arrange a path through here. Bit of like a shortcut path, so that's much more easier to deal with. Hang on real quick. Alright, I'm back. Lovely. Okay, anyway, finally got the person, like, picking up something. Doom, doom, doom. I don't seem to follow whatsoever, Fire Loner. Like, I guess MatPat would probably think of, like, some sort of crazy lore idea, but I don't think he ever really gives much care about, like, lore stuff in terms of, like, fan creations most of the time. It's often just official stuff, usually, that he often, like, theorizes. Alright, let's go over here. Now, how in the bloody hell do I fix this stupid thing? Okay. Let's get rid of all the side, or like a few bits of leaves around through here in the edges. See where we could go on from here. But need to excavate a little bit of this terrain anyway. So this can all go for a little bit. Do. Doom, do. Boom. Alright. And there we go, that's the entire track. Pretty nice track though. Alright, fit this over here maybe. Oh god, this feels like a... This pretty much sounds like a continuation of the previous one. Alright, I have no idea about much of that Fire Loner. Let's keep going around here. Anyway, let's quickly get some more white glass. Okay, so how on earth do I turn this into a staircase area here? How you doing, by the way, Gorilla Snake? Hope you're doing pretty well, by the way. Anyway, how's your day? I'm doing pretty well. Okay, so we still need to figure out how do I deal with like a lot of the edge areas of these blade pieces over here. Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a challenge. Like I somehow managed to like deal with like some sort of like suspended like a staircase somewhere over there, I believe. But this one seems to be a little bit less friendly to work with, maybe. We could probably just make a simple, like, large-ish bridge staircase over here, and then connecting to, like, the edges of the cliff face over there will just be a simple sort of walkway. So we'll see how that goes, I guess. Anyway, also it's been a bit rainy today. How's the weather? Freaking hot as hell and humid as hell right now, because currently it's supposed to be raining, but instead we just get huge amounts of humidity, so that's lovely. Also, I haven't been away for a while. I can see that you've grown substantially as a streamer. Not really. And you're about to see, you might see why later on in the future. That's why I'm not celebrating or really doing much. Sorry, I'm not really celebrating too much really as a grown streamer. It's not really great in some ways. Like the chatter amount has actually been the lowest since like quite some time, I would say. And that's just like only like a bit of a problem that I have to deal with. We'll see. So yeah, I wouldn't really celebrate me being like a grown streamer or grown substantially as a streamer anytime soon, because there's still a lot of problems that are still like hidden under the wraps of like a huge amount of average viewership. Oh, great PTSD music again. Great, I gotta love listening to this track over and over again. Still, it's a good track though. Yeah, we always appreciate you guys just tuning into the streams as long as you don't act very wacky, though. But yeah, that's always pretty nice. Alright, going around through here. I actually really don't mind if this fring leaves can burn right now. Yeah, you can stay here for a while anyway. I'm going over time already with like the duration of the stream because it's already 2 hours now. But considering that everything's been very chill for some time, I can still somewhat like stream for an extra 30 minutes, I would say. Though I do have like a certain limit before my brain starts to complain a little bit. But for now, I can just chill out until 12 PM here in New Zealand, I guess. Still need to finish off some stuff anyway for this stupid city. Alright, let's see if we can try and fix up all these areas still. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit awkward. Yeah, the staircase finishes a little bit earlier than the previous one, so we need to raise up all the terrain, or not all the terrain, but just like this small bit of terrain over here to match up with the height of this ending stair, which is lovely. So I need to quickly deal with that then. We still have some netherrack still left in our inventory, so we could use up all that real quick. But yeah, we need to remove all the glass around here and fix this all up though. Yeah, it is super weird, very weird, I would say, Gorilla Snake. Then again, I don't know if the chat of like 30 or 40 people was also better either, so yeah, it depends really. I am streaming on a time zone which I really don't stream very often, so that's probably a good sort of indicator why the activity is going pretty much down, but also the evening streams before were also going down as well in terms of activity. So everything's just been pretty much dying down as of recently, I guess, which is a bit of a huge shame. Yeah, most people are just lurking now, which is whatever, I guess. Alright. Let's see if that will work out pretty well, I hope. Yes, I know the netherite hoe is going down in durability. Okay, we can swap that out for something else, I guess. Fortune 3, Silk Touch, perfect. We'll take that. Alright. Alright, anyway. Just need to adjust everything around here again with the height. $5 to boost a Discord server, I know, it's really stupid. Nothing much we can really do about it, though. Even if I don't even know what's the best way of like promoting boosts onto the Discord server, because you need people to join the Discord server in the first place. And so far Twitch is not really going as a great sort of driver for people to join the Discord server yet. Anyway, we'll just finish off all the projects over here. Okay, we need some more netherrack around some of the areas here, which is not great. Am I missing some things around through here? Where the frick is my shulker boxes? I remember like placing them somewhere around through here. Oh, I left it over there. I'm a freaking idiot. Jesus Christ, my brain. Disboard, amazing name. Yeah, this board works in such weird ways, I'd say. And not really great ways either. I'm probably going to also move all the excess netherrack shulker boxes over here towards the main shulker boxes. That'll help us out with a little bit of minor terraforming a little bit. Alright, go down over here. Bum 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 bum. Dun 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 do dun do. Okay, throw these out of the way. Frick these. Dun 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 dun. I don't know if that's really a Terraria reference, because that's pretty much the name of the city because of it being in the nether biome and stuff like that. Anyway, how long have you been on this project so far? Like, only like a couple of months? Almost a year, I would say, because so far we started this project around February of, like, this year. So, yeah, that's pretty much how far, like, this project has been. Or how long this project has been going on for. I didn't say only a year, I said almost a year. Like, this has only been, like, a thing since, like, February of, like, not last year. This year. Only worked on this, like, start of this year, so it's not been going on for a very long time. It would definitely take over a year to, like, complete, though. There's a lot of, like, areas that I still need to work on in terms of, like, buildings and stuff like that, so we still have a lot of work to deal with. Combat Pro says, have you played Elden Ring yet? No, I haven't actually managed to play it yet. I mean, you know, like, basing off, like, all the reviews and even it winning the Game of the Year, I wasn't really too surprised that it won. Still pretty cool, though, but I haven't really, like, bothered playing it yet. Tell it it's like an adventure map? Nah. It'll be kind of stupid if I do that anyway, because a lot of, like, hardcore worlds that act as, like, a world download would not usually deal with that. Few months is not that long, are you kidding me? My previous project, by the way, the last city project I worked on was a year and a half, sorry, took around a year and a half to work on. It's still not 100% complete yet, but it took around a year and a half to work on. So that's the comparison I'm making, and it is not really that long compared to that. This is only like less than a year old compared to like the previous projects I worked on. It's not really too remarkable. Anyway. Let's just fix this area up a little bit. Does it need to be 3 blocks wide? Might as well make it 3 blocks wide anyway, because we're working on this, like, land staircase anyway. Alright, let's see if this will look pretty good. And doing this in a survival world, though. I mean, I could see people doing this in, like, a survival world compared to, like, a hardcore world, but I guess just doing this in a hardcore world can also be a pretty special sort of task to deal with as well. Actually, it just feels a little bit more extra special to it because once you die, you basically can't do much to edit the entire world afterwards. There's just something about like playing hardcore that feels somewhat more special than survival. Hard for me to describe it though. Is this the 4th or 5th movement? Because they both have the same sort of like introductory melody. So yeah, it's the 4th movement. Then again, I'm not too surprised that people would easily like do this in like less than a year or like a couple of months. I would say, if they ever work on like a scale project like this in survival survival, that honestly would make also equal amounts of sense. Hardcore is different to the point where if you just die, you lose your hardcore world and you're stuck on hard difficulty for the rest of the entire like game's life, I would say, or the world's life. So that's pretty much like the only major differences I would say to hardcore versus survival, but pretty much like death is not an option that you can't exploit. Like playing game, like I can see what you're trying to look at, Fire Loner. Like playing a game for 7 hours straight versus like playing like a game a couple of like days per each month and stuff like that. But yeah, pretty much like it's just down to like the scale of how you view things, I would say. I would say playing for 7 hours straight though is a bit too much for me. My brain can just often like want me to do something else afterwards. What do you mean, whoa, jump scare? What type of jump scare was it? Like a boo? Like a huge jump scare? Or like Terraria's jump scares, maybe, I don't know. Getting kind of confused. I guess like Gorilla's really getting too used to like different like Terraria stuff. Oh yeah, camera view stuff, right? Amazing visual jump scares. Mine wasn't a comparison of school, feels like forever. I mean, that's kind of like an illusion of time going by anyway, which kind of makes sense. It almost feels that same way for like me playing on this hardcore world though, like that sort of slow, stagnant feeling while doing something in like Minecraft or like working on a project in this Minecraft world, because pretty much like it's a routine, you know, and it just feels like the same thing over and over and over again, and it doesn't feel too stimulating after a while, and that's the same for like school and all that stuff in that sort of effect. I tried mining the wood block with an axe though in my first time, so one extreme to another. Very interesting. I know for a fact you need to use a pickaxe to like remove like freaking wall blocks in like Terraria, which is really, really stupid. But then again, Minecraft almost had that sort of functionality with like petrified slabs, so it's whatever really. Forgot how much of a weird sort of like logic Terraria has compared to Minecraft. But then again, it's been a while since I played Terraria. Anyway, sorry Fox, no worries. These are how freaking wide is this stupid bloody staircase here? That seems a bit too much. Starry Shirt says, "What's your perspective switch button?" What do you mean by switch button? I'm not too sure about like what you mean by switch button. All I could think about is like the switch button layout and stuff like that, but that's I don't know what you mean by switch button. Oh, like F5, like the changing perspective button. Like F5, it's not really convenient, so I moved it to like the letter H. So moving it, like having to like reach all the way to the F5 like F5 button will be really annoying to deal with, so I often hotkey buttons that I commonly use for hotkeys and stuff like that closer to where WASD is instead. But yeah, just calling it like an F5 like mode or something like that is easy to memorize, I feel like, in Minecraft. Though I would not really use F5 and where F5 is, though. It's very inconvenient. Does music review have to be a track recreated? No. Music review is basically song requests, except I will critique the music that that I listen to. If it's good, then it gets added to like one of my stream playlists forever to like listen to. If it's absolutely terrible, then I will shun you for it, and I will just never listen to that track ever again. And so far, I already had like 2 instances where people give me rap tracks that are just not interesting to listen to whatsoever, and it also crashed my OBS as well because I had to listen to it via Spotify, which was a terrible mistake. So anyway. Yeah, just call it like F5 or whatever like that, or just third person. Third person view is much more better to say as well. Yeah, Baby Shark is terrible. Like, it's just an annoyingly catchy and terrible track to listen to all the time. God, is this quest music? This was really much a pain. Not really free music review, because it still counts as like a bit of like a song request of some kind. I'm not playing Baby Shark though, because frick that. I have to like play the music on stream though, so that's kind of what counts as well. Alright, anyway. I need to dump these leaves, because that's going to clog up my inventory for quite some time. Let me just quickly bonk all these freaking idiots real quick. Why is the temperature of this room growing hotter? No! Why does this room have to start getting warm? Okay, anyway. I need to find a way to dump all these leaves. You know what? Frick it, you can just stay here for now. There probably is like a... excuse me. I probably like store them much more better somewhere over here, but I completely forgot where I usually store them. You can die. Thank you. Quartz blocks. You can also die. Thank you. I remember leaving them somewhere, but I guess I just forgot for whatever reason. That's very bizarre. Anyway. What do I need again? I need more white glass, so I need to quickly restock on our supplies real quick. God, my throat is about to feel completely dead afterwards. This is the second movement, I believe, of Chaos Island. Really nice melody, though. Welcome back, Adu. Yeah, music changes, like, everything, both from, like our... what's the word? Like, changes the mood, changes the energy of, like anybody in general. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense for how music does that. And that's why I kind of like music as well. Just having, like, different, like, moods for, like, different, like, types of music is really nice. I need some spare red glass. I'm such a freaking idiot. I should not store all of them. Okay, there we go. Get some red glass in our inventory. Fix up these areas a little bit. We also need to fix up this... whatever the freaking bridge this is. This is absolutely terrible. So we'll definitely need to fix that up later on. Let me just get rid of this old pathway, though. Hope you're doing okay, Nadu. I don't know if I want to like have like the terrain just be flush around through here, because if it just stays like that, it looks a bit too jarring. So I don't have any netherrack with me, so I can't really do much about that, but I'll have to keep in mind on that area for a bit later on once I start doing some minor terraforming and building stuff later on. That seems a bit too whack. Okay. Probably we'll just make this a little bit more tighter, I guess. Try to make these pathways a little bit more tighter. I don't know if I like that sort of look, though. It seems a bit off-putting for whatever reason. One thing I could probably do is like open up this left side a little bit. Opening this up a little bit can be pretty beneficial. So we can try and make this... excuse me. We could try and make the pathway that goes up the staircase like an odd number instead of like an even number. That would make more sense. God, I sound like a completely unarticulating freaking idiot after a while. Do you have any thoughts on who to raid currently? Not yet. Usually I just raid someone off my follower list anyway. Also, incoming ad break in like less than a minute, by the way, because we are bringing back like the mid-roll ads a little bit just to help disable pre-roll ads throughout the entire stream. Music does nothing for me, the energy and dance does the opposite. Well, music does affect people in different ways anyway, so that's not too surprising. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Can I inspect element? What? I don't think you can inspect element your channel points. All you can do is just change the display values, but I believe the actual channel point values are just stored in like some sort of database. So that's not going to change if you do inspect element, I would say. That will do absolutely nothing for you. Okay. Do-do-do. Try that before this fire loner. Amazing. What the frick is this weird smell in my boy room? Really love this. Love this sort of like harpsichord-like melody. Does it smell like fish and raw eggs? No, it smells of like something else that I'm also familiar with, which is not good. It's not a good smell, I would say. Also, incoming ad break. It's not toast either. It's a very... It's actually very hard to describe, but I know what the smell is. And it's, yeah, it's not a good smell, and that's usually a smell that I get when it comes to, like, me being sick for whatever reason. So it's not a good smell. It's not an electrical fire, you fricks. God, I can't keep up with this harpsichord melody all the time. Amazing, good job for you, Fire Loner. I guess. I wonder if I can try and fit like a road through here, I guess. Having that go around through here, then go down towards the lower terrace here might work. I would need to raise up the terrain of this terrace though, because it would not be very consistent. Though, would that be alright? Would that work perfectly well if we have this sort of terrace? I don't really know. But anyway, we'll see how that would work, I guess. We'll probably just leave it here for now. Doesn't look too bad anyway. The terrace, like, isn't too drastic, so at least we can, like, kind of live with it, maybe. Mind you, if you do have a VPN on and the stream feed starts to die out a little bit, that is on you guys. I can't troubleshoot any sort of quality issues on your end if the stream suddenly goes black or doesn't work properly. So just a little bit of like a sort of like notice of mine for you guys, by the way. All down to your own risk. The Opera GX VPN is not a VPN. It's a proxy. A bad proxy, by the way. Yeah, they really mislead the marketing of the VPN being a VPN. It's not. It's really not. And I really hate how like the marketing of like how Opera GX is just gonna like think that that's full of features, but it's not really full of features. We'll just keep going around through here. Alright. I guess we could probably end like the pathway up towards here, I guess. I don't really know if I can occupy any sort of buildings around through here. It's a nice sort of vantage point though. Or a nice sort of like viewpoint, I guess. Though I don't know if it's going to be interrupted by any buildings over here or not, but it'll be nice to have like some sort of lookout over here. Over some part of the city maybe. But then again, this is just all wasteland, I guess, so it's whatever. God, sing. Can't even sing the melody properly. It's been half an hour, you should probably end I mean, I'm just gonna end stream whenever I feel like I want to end stream soon anyway. It's almost like 30 minutes past anyway soon. But I'll just end stream whenever I can feel like ending stream anyway, because I don't feel like too tired anyway for whatever stupid reason. So I can go on a little bit longer than usual. Besides, the chat has also been very chill, so that also helped a little bit with my throat in some ways. In some ways, but I definitely do have a physical limit soon. So anyway, I'm definitely going to leave this area off for next stream though. I don't know if I want a road that will be inland or whether I want a road that kind of goes out. Like a bit of like a sort of decking road out here. Maybe a combination of both, because this area could fit pretty well for both like outer sort of road like this. Similar to like these previous like cliff faces over here. But I'm not too sure exactly how that's going to be fully implemented. So I'm going to leave like Friday Fox to deal with that later on, I guess. But anyway, last measure we're going to quickly deal with is dealing whatever the frick this bridge or land bridge is, because this is absolutely terrible, so let me fix all of that. Once we're done with that, then we can end stream for today and then get some rest. Even though some people should be either sleeping or whatnot, but I think most people are fine to be awake at this time, I think. Hopefully. Alright, I'm gonna head to bed, Fox's Adu. It's currently 6 in the morning for me, so think about an enjoyable 4 a.m. stream. I mean, you should probably get some rest then, but anyway. Hopefully I can see you next time then, Adu. Be sure to get some good rest then. Guys, if it's your bedtime right now, I would highly recommend you guys getting some sleep then. Get some good rest then, mates. Alright, let's go over here. Blah, blah, blah. And fill in all the spots over here, I guess. I must go to sleep at 12, my mom's told me so. I mean, that's fair enough then. Get some sleep then, I don't really mind. Besides, we're about to end stream anyway pretty soon. We still need to fix up a little bit of this stupid bridge over here, and then we'll get some rest. Fox, I live in New Zealand. I must go to sleep at... Sorry. Like, I'm trying to, like, answer, like, people going to sleep soon, but also Fox is my bedtime. I live in New Zealand. And I must go to sleep at... Why? That's something I also want to question you a little bit, I guess. Australia and New Zealand viewers winning, indeed. Then again, it is morning for us here in New Zealand and Australia, so that makes sense. But then again, it's also just the afternoon for Americans. And the fact there isn't, like, a lot of Americans watching this makes no bloody sense. But anyway, if you're still streaming after a while, I may come in to guide the raid, but we'll see. No, I'm gonna end stream, like, pretty soon. Like, actually right now. Because I would definitely need to get some rest. And it's already been, like, 2 hours and 30 minutes already. But yeah, the one thing I don't get, and I think it's pretty much because of like me doing the evening streams, I feel like, but then again it also doesn't make any sense because Americans still watch the stream anyway. The one thing that I don't get is that we haven't been getting a lot of American viewers or people from like North America, and it's like what? Like if I look at like the time zone right now, it's like 6 p.m. or 3 p.m. on the western like front of like the United States, and the majority of viewers here are either Europeans, non-Americans, Europeans, or just Australian and New Zealanders. Which makes me really question, like, what the frick is the Twitch algorithm doing? Like, if it knows that I'm streaming at this time zone for now, because I can't stream in the evenings. It's too freaking hot to be streaming during the evenings, and I hate it. It really makes me question, what the frick is Twitch doing? Not actually recommending, like, streams that are streaming at this time for Americans, not to Americans. It makes no bloody sense. It's so freaking stupid. If you do evening streams, most Oceanic people will be able to watch. Not really. We already did, like, evening streams before, and also the viewer counts have been dropping significantly also at that time zone as well. It's really, like, not really great for me to stream either at late evenings or the mornings either. But I'm probably going to stick to mornings because mainly the big key factor is whether I'm able to stream physically or not. Because it's so freaking warm during the evenings that, like I'm actually kind of scared. If I stream during the evenings, I might pass out or have like some sort of stupid health problems I might get in the future, and it's been really getting more and more uncomfortable to stream during the evenings because of summer and like all that stuff anyway. Like, I'm fine during the mornings. Evening streams will not really do very well for me, both physically and viewer-wise anyway. Like, it will get more viewers, but it's... we did like an evening stream before. It didn't really do much either with getting more viewers either way, so... Anyway, I'm going to call it for tonight then, because I need to get some rest and get some... Yeah, I need to get some rest. So anyway, if you guys want to see more of these wacky streams, be sure to join the very wacky Discord server, so that way you get notified immediately when the next stream goes live on the morning stream schedule as always. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys are watching this on the VOD channel, join the wacky Discord server in the description and all that stuff. All the links are in the description if you're watching this on the VOD channel. I don't know what else to say about that. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good evening, good morning, and a good afternoon. And hopefully I can see you guys again pretty soon. Stay safe out there, boys. Peace out. Get some rest, and don't die to the cold or the heat, depending on where you live right now. So,